everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sterling and I'm the artist here behind Cactus Lady Creation, and if you're anything like me, you're constantly juggling creating your art and promoting it with shipping orders, managing social media, and answering a lot of emails. It's definitely a lot to keep up with, and while I absolutely love making things with my hands, whether it's crochet, fiber art, or designing patterns, I also know what it's like to feel completely burned out and trying to keep up with everything. That's why in this video, I'm going to be sharing something that I wish I started focusing on way sooner in my creative business, and that is passive income. Now, when I say passive income, I don't mean some kind of get rich quick scheme. I'm actually talking about real sustainable income streams here, and these income streams continue to generate money after the bulk of your work is done, and income that allows you to take a break, go on a trip, and start your next project without everything grinding to a complete halt. So if you're a fellow crochet designer or digital illustrator or painter, photographer, or any kind of creative, there are so many different ways that you can start building passive income into your art practice. And I know that it can feel overwhelming. Maybe you're thinking, well, I don't have a big audience yet, or I'm not tech savvy, or even I don't know where to begin. And don't worry, I've definitely been there before. This video is going to walk you through several realistic, beginner-friendly, passive income streams that I've either personally tried or have seen other artists use successfully. So grab your coffee and your crochet hook or your sketchbook and cozy up, and let's get into it. All right, so let's start off with one of the easiest and probably more well-known passive income streams, which is selling digital products. And if you're new to the idea, digital products are anything that you create once that can be downloaded and used again and again by your customers and clients. And there's no physical inventory with this, no shipping or need to remake anything, which is definitely a relief when you're already busy with custom orders or new projects. So let me give you some examples based on different types of art forms. If you're a fellow fiber artist and you crochet or knit, you can create and sell PDF patterns of your designs, and these could be anything from beginner-friendly washcloths to more detailed sweaters. And once you've written and formatted the pattern, it can live forever on Etsy, Ravelry, or your website. If you're a visual artist, you could turn your illustrations, paintings, or photography into printable wall art, calendars, coloring pages, or even wallpaper. People love affordable, downloadable decor and digital goodies, especially if your aesthetic is unique or niche. If you're a digital creator or designer, you can also make and sell Procreate brushes, design templates, social media content packs, and Notion templates or Lightroom presets, which are all things that other creatives use in their own work. And no matter what medium you create in, you can make digital resources or ebooks that share your knowledge from your artistic journey, like how-tos or guides to getting started with your craft. And so if you've ever answered the same question over and over for your customers or clients, that could become a digital product. Platforms like Etsy, Gumroad, or Payhip make it super easy to upload and sell digital files. Or if you're ready to go to the next level with your business, you can also host them on your own website with Shopify or Squarespace for more control. Digital products were honestly the first passive income stream that I dipped my toes into, and I was truly blown away when I woke up to my first sale. And that's when it really clicked for me that you don't have to focus on selling one piece at a time. You can make something once that provides value for others and let it keep supporting you over time. All right, so let's say that you've got your art, your designs, or even just a really cute pun in your head that is inspired by your art or craft, but you're not sure how to turn it into something physical without stocking inventory or spending all day making and packaging up orders. Well, maybe you could try out print on demand, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically when products are printed and shipped after someone places an order. And that means that there's no upfront inventory or shipping stress or storage closet overflow overflowing with unsold merch. And in order to do this, you can use the sponsor of this video, which is Printify. Printify allows you to create and sell beautiful custom products in minutes on your choice of over 1,000 different top quality products, from apparel to kitchenware. You can choose the best options in your niche. You just upload your artwork or design and choose from a huge catalog of products like mugs, stickers, tote bags, and t-shirts, and they handle the rest. And when your customers buy your merch, they simply print your design, package it up, and send it anywhere in the world for you. For my fellow fiber artists, you can turn your brand, logo, or crochet phrases into t-shirts, product totes, or mugs. You can also sell stickers or pins that reflect your aesthetic. And if you're an illustrator, a painter, or a photographer, you can simply upload your original artwork and sell it as prints, journals, phone cases, or even canvas wall art. If you're a graphic designer or a digital creator, you can design bold quote graphics, typographic art, or custom patterns for apparel and accessories. And what I love about this income stream is that it's a natural extension of your brand, but it doesn't require you to constantly create new physical inventory. Plus, Printify integrates smoothly with platforms like Etsy or Shopify, so once it's set up, it can just pretty much run in the background. And you don't have to stress about being a designer here either. You can create with free tools like Canva, Kittl, or even draw something on paper and then just scan it in. Print on demand is a super accessible way to add a passive income stream that reflects your creative vibe. And I'll drop my Printify link in the description box below if you want to try it out. It's totally free to start, and it's truly one of the easiest ways to monetize your creativity without overcommitting your time or energy. All right, so now let's talk about a super powerful way to share your skills and create lasting impact, and that is through digital courses and workshops. And whether you're a crochet artist or an illustrator or calligrapher or a jewelry maker, there's someone out there right now who would love to learn your process, and especially if you've been at your craft for a while. And one of the best things about this is that once it's filmed and uploaded, it becomes a long-term income generating resource that works for you behind the scenes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not an expert, or I don't have some super fancy setup, or even I don't know where to begin. And trust me, I felt all of these things when I was first creating my first course. But to create a course, you don't need to be the most experienced artist in the room. You just need to be one step ahead of someone else who's beginning their journey with that craft. So for fiber artists, you could create a course teaching beginner stitches, or how to read patterns, or how to create your own designs from scratch. And even small specific topics like how to make your first granny square or how to block a finished piece can be incredibly helpful and valuable. If you're a visual artist or an illustrator, you can also teach color theory, basic drawing techniques, character design, or even how to use a specific tool like Procreate or Photoshop. And if you're a photographer or a content creator, you could create some mini courses on how to photograph your artwork or edit for Instagram, or even how to set up flat lays that can be incredibly helpful for other creators. With dipping your toes into making courses, you could even start off small here. You don't need to feel like you have to build out a 10-module mega course. You can just start with a mini workshop first. Even a simple 1-hour video walking through a project, technique, or concept. And once you do one, it gets really easy to keep going with this. And there are so many different platforms that you can use to host your course. Or when you're just getting started, you can even use private YouTube links with a paid download on Etsy or your website. And this is super beginner friendly to set up. You don't need to overthink it here with gear as well. You can just use your phone, some natural light, and a simple voiceover or screen recording. Teaching online has been one of the most fulfilling things for me. I've done it in my creative career, and it builds a connection and it helps others grow, and it brings a consistent income without trading your time hour for hour. All right, so this next one is not one that I've delved too much into, but I know that it has worked for others, and so it might work for you as well, and it is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when you recommend a product that you love, and then when someone purchases it through your link, you earn a small commission at no extra cost to them. And one of the reasons why it makes a really great passive income stream is that you're probably already doing it without realizing it. Think about a time that you've told a fellow artist or a friend that I love this yarn brand, or I always use this specific app for my designs, or these hooks are the best, or this brush or this camera tool is the best. Affiliate marketing means you're just getting paid to share that info transparently and honestly. So how do you get started? Well, many companies have affiliate programs. You can sign up through platforms like Amazon Associates or directly through brands that you already love, like your favorite yarn company, supply store, or design software. And then once you're approved, you get your own custom links. And then from there, you can just include those links into your YouTube descriptions or your blog posts or your Instagram stories or even your email newsletters. For example, if someone asks me what crochet hooks that I like to use, I can send them a direct affiliate link to that exact set. And then if they order it, then I get a small percentage of that sale. And with this, it's super important to focus on products that you genuinely use and trust and would share anyways. That authenticity is what builds trust with your audience. And with this income stream, it might not be a huge payout at first, but affiliate income has the potential to add up over time. All right, so now let's talk about a passive income stream that, especially for my fellow content creators and photographers, it's a little underrated, but definitely worth exploring. And it is selling stock photos, videos, or graphics. And even if you're not a photographer, but you have some nice photos of your artwork or some styled flat lays, or even work in progress shots, or aesthetic studio setups, those images can become sellable digital assets. People need visuals like this for their websites, social media posts, presentations, blogs, and design projects. I use them all the time here on my YouTube videos, for example, and a great thing is that once you create this asset and then upload it to a stock site, it can sell over and over again. For my fellow fiber artists and crafters, you can use close-up shots of textured crochet or knit pieces, or photos of yarn in baskets, or even a flat lay of tools on a clean surface. These kinds of lifestyle shots are definitely really useful for creative businesses and bloggers looking for cozy visuals. And if you're an illustrator or a digital artist, you can even sell digital pattern backgrounds, hand-drawn icons, or isolated design elements that people like to use in their own projects. And if you're a photographer or a content creator, any B-roll style video clips, moody lighting, textured backdrops, they can all be uploaded and licensed to others. And there are plenty of platforms like Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, Creative Market, or Etsy for styled graphics and design kits. And some artists even sell their own curated bundles directly on Gumroad or their own website. It can take quite a bit of time to build up a catalog, but once it's live, it becomes a passive library that keeps working for you, especially if you optimize your titles and tags for search. As your business grows, this next one could also be a really great thing to dive into, and that is licensing your artwork. Licensing is when you give a company or brand permission to use your artwork on their products, packaging, or media for a flat fee or royalty or both. And your art might show up on fabrics, notebooks, phone cases, planners, clothing, wall art, or even puzzles. And the great part about this is that you still own your work. You're just granting the rights to use it, often for a specific product, time period, or market. So let's say that you're an illustrator and you've created a collection of beautiful floral patterns. A stationery company could license that design for their next journal line, or maybe a home decor brand wants to use your abstract paintings on their throw pillows. You get paid upfront or receive ongoing royalties based on sales, and you're not responsible for production or distribution. So if you're a painter, illustrator, or photographer, that is a really great option. And even if you're a fiber artist, you can license your designs to magazines and various companies. With this, it's all about building a strong, cohesive body of work and then putting it in front of the right eyes. And you can join art licensing platforms like Spoonflower, artlicensing.com, or even Pattern Bank, or even get an agent for this. And as a crocheter, you could also use brands such as We Crochet Magazine or I like crochet, or I like knitting for knitting. If you're not ready to pitch just yet, just start out by building a portfolio of your best work. You can group your art here into collections or themes such as seasonal designs or color palettes. Licensing is definitely something you might find yourself getting into once you're already a bit more established, and it's definitely worth it if you love creating and you want to see your work out there in the world and helping you make an income without chasing sales. Now you have quite a few ideas of passive income streams that could support your creative practice without burning out. And the great thing here is that you don't need to launch all of them at once. You just need to start. You can pick the one that feels most doable for you right now, and maybe it's writing your first digital pattern, or opening up that Printify shop, or finally filming your beginner-friendly workshop that you've been thinking about. Just start off small and make it fun, and then build it up as you go along. And I found that the best thing to aim for here is more sustainability with your art business, so that you can rest when you need to rest, and then you can say yes to projects that you actually want to do and will love. And also so you can keep creating from a place of joy and not panic or burnout. And overall, because your art deserves to support you, so that you don't have to hustle 24/7 for that to happen. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which passive income stream are you most excited to try? Or if you already have something that's working for you, share it in the comments below, and let's all learn from each other and support each other down there. I'm also dropping some links below for a few of my favorite tools and resources, including Printify, my freebies, which include the free guide to launching your art business online, and a social media starter checklist for creatives. And when you download those, you'll also be added to my email list where I share insight all the time. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe and click the bell if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any future videos on creative business. And check out the Artpreneur playlist next. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.